Hey, good morning. It's Patricia Murphy. Ooh, it's finally Friday. This is Seattle Now. Another soggy week around here, but a break from the rain is on the way. We're weathering an atmospheric river and soaking in the Kraken's first win on home ice with TikToker Kemble Bray Jr. and the Needlings' Lex Vaughn. But first, let's get you caught up. Online shopping surged during the pandemic, but things have settled a bit, and it's showing up in Amazon's latest earnings report. The company posted lower than expected third quarter profits, down by 50% over a year ago. Also, not looking great for the upcoming holiday season. Labor and supply chain issues are going to make things difficult and expensive. CEO Andy Jassy says the company will do whatever it takes to lessen the impact on customers and sellers during the holiday season. A new report on the city's sidewalks says they're in pretty bad shape, and fixing them would cost at least $500 million. The city's auditor's office found that almost half of Seattle's sidewalks are in fair, poor, or very poor condition. Property owners are on the hook for upkeep of most of the city's 2,300 miles of sidewalk, with SDOT maintaining just 15 to 20%. The report recommends making it easier to enforce laws requiring individuals to make repairs and look into a new law requiring fixes before a property can be sold. And the Seahawks may be flirting with their first losing season in a decade, but there's a bright side. There's plenty of tickets out there, and they're going for cheap. Sure, Seahawks and Jaguars have 3 wins between them, but seats for Sunday's home game are going for less than $30 on resale apps. That's something like a 50% discount. It seems like every week we lead with weather around here, but as we speak, an atmospheric river is flowing across the region. Of course, Kemble Bray Jr. is here, TikToker and newcomer to Western Washington. Just moved here last spring from the South. Kemble, where are you from?
I am originally from Tennessee, but I moved up here from Louisville, Kentucky.
All right. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. So good to have you here.
Thank you.
And Lex Vaughn is here again, editor of the city's best satirical online news source, The Needling. This week, bringing you quality local stories like Blood-Soaked Mansion with Loose Murderer Inside, still going for $900,000 on Zillow. And Witch's Curse dooms man to pick wrong line at Dick's for eternity. Lex, good to have you here.
Nice to be here.
It is that time of year, you two, where weather makes the news. We had a bomb cyclone off the coast last week, an atmospheric river of rain happening right now. Kemble, you are pretty new here. Does this seem like a big deal, or do we have nothing else to talk about?
Well, so when I first was looking outside at the weather, I was just like, is it going to tornado up here? Like, I had to ask this question, like, do they happen in the Pacific Northwest? Because we get them a lot in the South. That's literally where my mind went. But I remember going to the Target the other day, and it was just like clear as day. I was in there for 2 minutes, and then I came out, and then just rain everywhere. And I was just like, I don't even have my umbrella.
Yeah, that's a sunbreak, Kemble.
So I'm still trying to get used to this weather.
Kemble, I know that you've kind of grown up with tornadoes and cyclones being a reality. Had you ever heard the term bomb cyclone before?
No,
I don't think anyone
actually
had. And I think it's all a social media conspiracy to blow up their followers.
Actually, the meteorological term is bombogenesis, and NOAA says this happens when a cyclone rapidly intensifies because of falling atmospheric pressure. So, Lex, you are right. Bomb cyclone is actually just a made-up social media thing, I think.
But the actual name is even crazier than the made-up name, which is blowing my mind.
No joke, of course, more than 100,000 people lost power in that storm this week. That blew through on Sunday and Monday. 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Seattle. I took a walk around Green Lake on Wednesday. It looked like it had been through a wood chipper. Did you guys go out in the rain? I was shocked at how many people were taking walks in the rain.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I was soaked earlier this week. Yeah, totally. Like head to toe.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of, I did a little grocery shopping while I was out, but, I'm still trying to figure out the culture of people not having their umbrellas. You know, everyone's just, some people are just walking around with no jackets even. And I'm just like, what is life? Like, where are your coats? Where is your umbrella? I don't understand.
I was out there in a tank top, soaked.
Why?
I was like, I was loving it.
It's cold to me. Like, I was freezing. It was like freezing rain. I have to get used to that though. You know, I'm used to 80, 90, 100-degree weather. I'm not used to it being like 40 degrees and folks wearing tank tops. Like, that just, that's just not how it works down south.
Well, of course, we got to talk hockey because that is a requirement, just like the weather now. The Kraken lost their home opener, but got a win on Tuesday, so split the difference. Either of you watch?
I have to admit, I did not. I've never been a hockey fan, but like I'm so into the branding. I mean, it's so like I love the Kraken, like the whole brand. So I'm still like this Christmas asking for a bunch of merch.
It wasn't even that easy to watch the game. It wasn't broadcast on any U.S. channels, and it had to be streamed through ESPN, so not very friendly to the hockey town right now. Of course, other ways to participate. You could get caught in game day traffic in Queen Anne.
See, I don't put up with traffic. Traffic makes me ill, and I don't put up with illness. I hate it. So I was planning on going there one day, just, you know, watch a game, but then I realized that Seattle traffic is literally no joke. So I'm just going to sit at home and pretend that I'm there.
Definitely. I actually think more important than the Kraken team itself is the nickname we need for Climate Pledge Arena, because this is just not working.
It never was that good of a name.
I mean, if the Krakens are making their home there, I was thinking maybe the Kraken Cavern, maybe
Cavern,
maybe the Kraken's lair.
Oh, yeah, lair.
Team says it's going with the deep for the team because the arena is sunken below street level.
The deep.
I don't know. I'm not there. Whatever you do, don't call it the Crack House. That is something the team is coming out strongly against. The Kraken's intersectionality consultant says, don't do this. They tweeted this week that words matter. And if you think it's odd that Seattle's NHL team has an intersectionality consultant, then welcome to 2021.
I think that's
words
great.
Do matter.
Yeah.
I love it.
They also won't be putting crackhead on any custom jerseys. So the deep is it, according to the team. But Climate Pledge Arena really does need a little help.
Well, the Needling is on it. We will figure something out.
It is Halloween weekend coming up. I don't know, though. It's back on this year. Everybody made like it's back on, but I don't know if Seattle's really a Halloween town.
You know what? I think Seattle's like all year long, like a Halloween. Maybe it doesn't seem like it's a Halloween town because like it doesn't really have to change that much to like be on theme for Halloween. I think we kind of nail it all year long.
Yeah, for some reason when I think of Seattle, I'm just thinking of, the high-rise apartments and the skyscrapers and, the Space Needle. And I'm just thinking like, I guess kids can go trick-or-treating at the Space Needle. Is that is that something that they would do? So I am excited to see what I can get into this weekend because this is my first Halloween in a different place. And Halloween's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So typically where I come from, if Halloween is on a Sunday, everybody celebrates on Saturday because Sunday is the religious day. But with it being Sunday here, I really want to see, just that cultural difference, just to see what everyone's actually getting into because I want to cause devilment on a Sunday too.
I saw, I live in Ballard and we have our My Ballard, Facebook neighborhood group. And I saw some parents talking about how now there's like online maps. And I think a lot of parents now are literally like following like a trick or treat map, like on their phones. And I'm like, oh, wow, that explains a lot.
Neighborhood group. Yeah, mine too. They have like the Halloween map. There are some very strong neighborhoods, I think, in this city that embrace Halloween, We used to take my teenager up to Sunset Hill, and that place is no joke for Halloween. The whole neighborhood decorates with giant stuff, and it's a whole thing up there. But I have never had a trick-or-treater at my place. Yeah.
Well, Trish, maybe you live in a neighborhood that doesn't give good candy. Like, where they're known to give, like candy corn and popcorn and apples.
Neighborhoods get reputations for that sort of thing.
Right.
So it's my candy corn. That's why nobody's ever trick-or-treated at my house. We are going to leave it there for today. Thanks to our guests, Kemble, Bray Jr. and Lex Vaughn.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Have a great weekend, you two. Jason Pagano produced today's show. Our production team is Jenny Cecil Moore, Diana Opong, Caroline Chamberlain Gomez, and Clare McGrane. Matt Jorgensen does our theme music. I'm Patricia Murphy. Have a good weekend.